Diamond. So tune in and discover these flavors. Simply relax, close your eyes, and enjoy the sounds. Get it into your system. Diamond 88.7 FM. Radio like no other.
Looking for a reliable, up-to-date source of credible news at all time? Your shining supreme station is the answer. Stay tuned for the news on the hour by 1 p.m. 88.7 FM Iroyin. Shining supreme.
In the headlines, fire guts offices of Supreme Court in Abuja. Tribunal set to deliver judgment on petitions challenging Sanwo-Olu's victory. Military man rescues 7 abducted students, 3 construction workers in Zamfara. ASU fears 50% of varsity students may drop out in next 2 years over hike in school fees. On the foreign scene, Libya orders arrest of 8 officials over flooding. In business news, CBN defaults on payment to banks, dollar bears 1,000 naira. In sport, on the 2024 Women African Cup of Nations qualifier, Nigerian referee Madu takes charge of Mali vs Central African Republic. Good afternoon and thank you for staying tuned to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is the news on the hour. I am Babatunde Okunlola. We bring you details of the news after this break. Do stay tuned.
See, wait, he's from our tribe and we have the same religion. So we have to protect our own. Our tribe isn't corrupt. I beg you, leave now our Peking.
Wait, stop and think. Do you realize that the impact of corruption and careless decisions by that clansman or family member of yours doesn't know tribalism or nepotism? Let's hold everyone accountable for a better society and country. If you see something, say something to the right authorities.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
And welcome back. You're listening to the News at 1, reaching you from the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Now, the news in detail. A section of the Supreme Court was on fire this morning. A public relations officer for the court, Mr. Festus Akonde, said the cause of the fire was an electrical fault from one of the chambers of the justices and was put out with the use of fire extinguishers. Akonde stressed that the stories making the rounds on social media that there were casualties were fake news.
Maybe electrical problem that resulted in a fire outbreak, and the staff were able to effectively douse it with the use of the fire extinguishers that are strategically placed in the Supreme Court. Every floor has a lot of fire extinguishers, and they were able to combat it effectively, and they put it off, so it will not even spread far before the firemen were able to come to also give their own support. That was all. That was what happened. Nothing more. So we thank God. Nothing happened. No life was lost. No life was lost. That is it.
But for like maybe.
It was gathered that the cleaners on duty and some of the workers who resumed early for work detected the fire and raised the alarm. The workers were said to have used the fire extinguishers in the building to combat the fire. 3 officers, including that of Justice Mohammed Saulawa, were reportedly affected by the fire. And the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Lagos State has commenced a proceeding to deliver its judgment on petitions challenging the election of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in March. The tribunal judges led by Justice Arum Ashom stepped into court at 10:24 a.m. with judgment to be delivered on Abdulaziz Adediran, aka Jandor's petition first. The Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat and the Secretary to the Lagos State Government Abimbola Salu Undein are present in court. Jandor and the Labour Party candidate Badebo Rhodes Vive were not present in court at the commencement of the proceeding. Troops of Operation Hadarin Daji have rescued 7 female students of the Federal University Gusau in Zamfara State and 3 construction workers who were abducted by bandits last Friday. A top military source told Channels Television and other media outlets, including 3 workers, laborers of a construction company, escaped from captivity during military rescue operations. Following the prompt response of troops of land and air components of the Joint Task Force of Operation Hadarin Daji, a total of 13 students and 3 construction workers who were carrying out projects at the university have regained freedom so far. According to in recent months increased their tuition fees owing to what they described as the country's economic realities. While some of them have been made a downward review after protest by students, the national president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, is afraid that parents and guardians would find it difficult to pay the new fees. According to him, if such happens, the students would become willing tools in the hands of those who want to make the country ungovernable. To remedy this situation, Professor Osodeke asked the federal government to increase its educational budgets to at least 15% from last year's 3.8%. And still in the news, the federal government says Nigeria has recorded 7,202 confirmed cases and 453 deaths from diphtheria since the confirmation of the current outbreak in December 2022. A joint statement from the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in collaboration with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, and the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, today said, as of September the 24th, 2023, there were 11,587 reported suspected cases, out of which 7,202 were confirmed cases from 105 local government areas in 18 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. The federal government advised parents to ensure that their children are fully vaccinated against diphtheria with the 3 doses of diphtheria antitoxin containing pentavalent vaccine given as part of Nigeria's childhood immunization schedule. It also advised healthcare workers to maintain a high index of suspicion for diphtheria and practice standard infection prevention and control precautions while handling all patients in their care. The governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, today strongly condemned the kidnapping of the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Mr. Matthew Abu, and former chairman, Ukum Local Government Area, Mr. Eyowashima Eruka. The chief press secretary to the governor of Benue State, Teso Kula, in a statement said, Abu was kidnapped by a gunman in his Sankara home at about 8 p.m. yesterday, while Eruka was abducted on Saturday. The statement disclosed that since taking the duo to a yet-to-be-identified location, the kidnappers have made contact with the family of Eruka but are yet to make contact with Abu's family. The Benue State Governor assured that he will do all he can to secure the release of the duo and as well bring the kidnappers to book. And still in Benue State, the Benue State House of Assembly has passed a resolution urging the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission to ban the popular reality television show Big Brother Nigeria. The decision was reached during a plenary session presided over by Speaker Honorable Hyacinth Dajo. The proposal gained momentum after Honorable Manga, the representative for Taraka State constituency, raised concerns about derogatory comments made by Venita Akpofure, a housemate on the show, towards the Tiv ethnic group. Venita had claimed the Tiv people of Benue State offer their wives to visitors and friends for entertainment. The House aims to curb the potential harm caused by such statements, ensuring accuracy and understanding prevails. And still in the news, Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has directed the immediate sack of his special advisor on stakeholders relations, Mr. Anthony Oga. In a statement by the Secretary to the Government of the state, Dr. Folashade Ayoade, the termination of Oga's appointment takes effect from September the 24th, 2023. However, as of the time of filing this report, no specific reason has been given for his removal from office. The SSG, however, said Bello extends his best wishes to Oga in his future endeavors. And the news is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We go on a break now. When we return, we bring you foreign, business and sports news. Please stay tuned.
Who be this person when they text me now? Oh, Bolan. Oh, me I go quick check him. I go text you later.
That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
And welcome back from the break. You're listening to the news on the hour, reaching you from the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. Moving on to the foreign scene. Libya's Prosecutor General today ordered the arrest of 8 officials as part of his inquiry into the recent flood disaster which killed thousands, his office has said. The flash flood, which witnesses likened to a tsunami, broke through 2 aging dams on September the 10th after a hurricane-strength storm lashed the area around Derna, a port city in Libya's east. The officials are suspected of bad management and negligence, a statement from the Prosecutor General's office said, adding that they served currently and previously in offices responsible for water, resources and dam management. On Saturday, the official death toll passed 3,800 and international aid groups have said 10,000 or more people may be missing. And still on the foreign scene, President Emmanuel Macron has said France will withdraw its ambassador and end all military cooperation with Niger following a coup that outstood President Mohamed Bazoum on July 26th. He continued that military cooperation was over and French troops would leave in the months to come. There are about 1,500 French soldiers in the landlocked West African country helping to fight Islamist militants. Also, the United States has more than 1,000 troops in Niger, but these have not been asked to leave. The decision by Paris follows months of animosity and protest against the French presence in its former colony, with regular demonstrations in the capital, Niamey. And in business news, over 2 weeks after the Central Bank of Nigeria promised to clear over $10 billion foreign exchange debt owing to the Deposit Money Bank, the Apex Bank has yet to do so according to findings. This came as the naira was sold between 990 and 995 naira per dollar by the Bureau de Change operators on Friday and Saturday in Lagos, Abuja, and Kano. On the investor and exporter forex window, the naira, however, appreciated to 747 naira 76 kobo per dollar on Friday from 772 naira 98 kobo per dollar on Thursday. The immediate past acting CBN governor Fola Shonobi on September the 6th, 2023 said the Apex Bank had concluded negotiations on dollar debts with commercial banks, disclosing that all forex exchange backlogs would be cleared within 1 to 2 weeks. In sports, popular Nigerian referee Patience Ndidi Madu will be at the center when Mali hosts Central African Republic in a 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier this week. The encounter is billed for the state 26th Mars Bamako on Tuesday. Madu fire guards offices of Supreme Court in Abuja. Tribunal set to deliver judgment on petitions challenging Sanwo-Olu's victory. Military man rescue 7 abducted students, 3 construction workers in Zamfara. ASU fears 50% of varsity students may drop out in next 2 years over hike in school fees. On the foreign scene, Libya orders arrest of 8 officials over flooding. In business news, CBN defaults on payments to banks. Dollar bears 1,000 naira. In sports, on the 2024 Women African Cup of Nations qualifier, Nigerian referee Madu takes charge of Mali vs Central African Republic. In our Did You Know segment, did you know that today in history, September the 25th, 1964, the Mozambican War of Independence against Portugal began. The news was edited by Mahmoud Lawal. You can visit www.diamondfm.net to keep up to date with us or download our app on Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. Endeavor to also join us at 3 p.m. for News Flash and 5 p.m. for the news across the world. For news coverage or information about happenings and events unfolding around you, kindly contact Diamond FM's newsroom number on 0916 0627 526. Again, that's 0916 0627 526. I am Babatunde Okunlola. Good afternoon and thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station.
In the finest city of Ilorin lies a secret.
Diamonds 88.7 FM.
Radio like no other.
88.7 FM. Diamond.
Tune in and discover these flavors. Simply relax, close your eyes, and enjoy the sounds. Get it into your system. Diamond 88.7 FM. Radio like no other.
Diamond 88.7 FM. Diamond FM Ìlọrin, àwa là ń gbé ìròyìn àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀, orin àtàwọn amúlùdùn Yorùbá tí ò láfijọ́ ṣe ti aráyé.
Látinú yàrá ìròyìn Diamond 88.7 FM Ìlọrin, ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́.
Ẹ̀kásán ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ rèé láti Diamond 88.7 FM nílùú ti Ìlọrin. Ọ̀lànrewájú Ogunniyi ló níròyìn yìí. Àwọn kókó oníròyìn náà rèé. Iná jó àwọn ọ́fíìsì nínú ilé ẹjọ́ eléyìí tó ga jùlọ nílẹ̀ wa l'Àbújá. ilé-ẹjọ́ tribunal ti ṣetán láti gbé ìdájọ́ jẹlẹ̀ lórí àwọn ẹ̀sùn tó ń pe ìjáwé olúborí Sanwó-Olú níjà. Àwọn ọmọ ogun dóòlà àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ méje tí wọ́n jí gbé sá lọ àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ojú ọ̀nà mẹ́ta kan ní Zamfara. Ẹgbẹ́ ASUU fìbẹ̀rù wọn hàn pé ìdá 50 àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ló ṣe é ṣe kí wọ́n digbá dagbọ̀n wọn kúrò láwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn láàrin ọdún méjì sásìkò yìí látàrí ọ̀wọ́n gógó owó ilé ìwé. Nílẹ̀ òkèrè, ilẹ̀ Libya pàṣẹ nínáwó gan àwọn ìkàn 8 lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kúnya omi tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Lẹ́ka ti eré ìdárayá, rẹfirí ọmọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà kan yóò darí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ àárín ilẹ̀ Mali àti CAR, ìyẹn tí ń ṣe ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ ìpèrègede fún ìdíje ife ẹ̀yẹ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tàwọn obìnrin lọ́dún 2024. Ẹ ṣe fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa nínú ìròyìn ọ̀hún. Èyí tó kù ìròyìn yóò tẹ̀síwájú láìpẹ́ yìí.
ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ láti ilé iṣẹ́ Diamond FM.
ẹ wá sẹ́ amọ̀kú ti wùwà ìbàjẹ́ amọ̀kú ti jí owó ìlú ṣùgbọ́n ọmọ olúwa náà ni kódà ẹ̀sìn kan náà látújọ ń ṣe. ẹ wo jẹ́ ká bò láṣìírí jẹ́ ká gbójú ń bẹ̀ àṣírí ẹ̀ kò gbọ́dọ̀ tú lójú ewé.
ẹ dúró ẹ jẹ́ àrònú jinlẹ̀ o ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé èrè ìwà àbàjẹ́ àti ìpinnu òdì kò mọ aráalé ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà tàbí ojúṣàájú. Ẹ jẹ́ a béèrè fún àkóyawọ́ fún àwùjọ àti orílẹ̀-èdè tó dáa. Tó o bá rí nǹkan tí ò bójú mu fi tó àwọn aláṣẹ tó tọ́ létí.
Ìmọ̀ràn yìí ló ń dé tètè gbọ́ yín láti ìkànnì Diamond 88.7 Ìlọrin.
Káàbọ̀ padà, ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ìṣe ni ẹ̀ka kan nílé ẹjọ́ gíga jùlọ nílẹ̀ wa lónìí ní iná ṣẹ́yọ níbẹ̀. Alukoro fún ilé ẹjọ́ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Festus Akande òun ló sọ̀rọ̀ náà di mímọ̀ lórí ohun tó ṣokùnfà iná náà. Ó ní ó wáyé látàrí iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná ni eléyìí tó ní ojú àwọn ọ́fíìsì kan láti bí ọ́fíìsì tó jẹ́ ti àwọn onídàájọ́ àgbà, àti wípé níṣe ni wọ́n fi àwọn ẹ̀rọ tí wọ́n fi ń paná fire extinguisher fi pa iná ọ̀hún. Àkàndé sọ síwájú sí wípé àwọn ohun tó dòyìká ọ̀rọ̀ iná náà eléyìí tó ń gbilẹ̀ kan lórí ojú òpó ayélujára wípé bóyá àwọn èèyàn pàdánù ẹ̀mí wọn síbẹ̀ ló jẹ́ ayédèrú ìròyìn kan eléyìí tí ó gbé jáde pé kan fi orúkọ bò láṣìírí sọ pé iná ọ̀hún ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní nǹkan bíi aago 6 ìdájí. àrí gbọ́ wípé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń tọ́jú ilẹ̀ nulẹ̀ tí wọ́n sì ń gbá ilẹ̀ ní agbègbè náà àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ míì bí wọ́n sì ń débi síbi iṣẹ́ ní òwúrọ̀ kùtù ni wọ́n rí iná náà tí wọ́n sì mú igbe ta. Ńṣe ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọ̀hún wọ́n ní wọ́n lo ẹ̀rọ apanápaná náà láti fi pa iná tó ṣẹ́yọ nínú ilé ọ̀hún. 3 ní ọ́fíìsì eléyìí tí iná ń jó nínú eléyìí tá a ti rí ọ́fíìsì onídàájọ́ Mohammed Salawa eléyìí tí wọ́n ní iná náà fọwọ́ bà. Ilé-ẹjọ́ tribunal ìyẹn tó ń gbẹ̀wònú ìbò tó sí ọ̀lẹ́yìn ìbò gómìnà tí wọ́n fi ìjókòó wọn sí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ láti gbé ìdájọ́ wọn jẹlẹ̀ lórí àwọn ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi ń pe ìjáwé olúborí gómìnà Babájídé Sanwó-Olú níjà nínú ètò ìdìbò oṣù kẹta ọdún yìí. Ńṣe ni àwọn adájọ́ ilé-ẹjọ́ tribunal ọ̀hún eléyìí tí onídàájọ́ Harun Hasan darí ni ó dé sí ilé-ẹjọ́ náà ní aago 10 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 24 ìyálẹ̀ta òní pẹ̀lú àti gbé ìdájọ́ jẹlẹ̀ ìyẹn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Abdulaziz Adédìran tọ́pọ̀ èèyàn mọ̀ sí Jandor èyí tó pe ìpẹ̀jọ́ rẹ̀ ṣáájú. Ńṣe ni igbákejì gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ọbáfẹ́mi Hamsat àti akọ̀wé ìyẹn fún ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Abímbọ́lá Sálù Ùdẹ́yìn làwọn náà wà ní ilé ẹjọ́ náà. Àmọ́ Jandor àti olùwápò gómìnà lábẹ́ àṣẹ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Labour Party Gbadebo Road-Favour làwọn kò sí ní ilé ẹjọ́ náà nígbà tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ àti ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbékalẹ̀ ìdájọ́ tó fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ogun eléyìí tá a mọ̀ sí àdíndájì ni wọ́n ti dóńlà méje nínú àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́bìnrin ti ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fáfitì ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní Gusau nípínlẹ̀ Zamfara àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ojú ọ̀nà mẹ́ta kan eléyìí tí wọ́n jí wọn gbé látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn báńdíìtì lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì tó kọjá lọ. Ìròyìn kan látọ̀dọ̀ orísun àwọn ọmọ ogun èyí tó bá iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán China sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣàlàyé wípé àwọn mẹ́wàá mìíràn tó fi mọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lébìrà tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ òpópónà ni wọ́n mórí bọ́ nínú ìgbèkùn àwọn ajínigbé náà lásìkò táwọn ọmọ ogun tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọn lágbègbè ọ̀hún. àrí gbọ́ wípé pẹ̀lú báwọn ọmọ ogun ṣe tètè dáhùn sọ̀rọ̀ látòrí ilẹ̀ àti látòjú òfurufú látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ogun àjọ JTF tí wọ́n ń pè ní adarindájì ni wọ́n ṣàlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ó ti di 13 lápapọ̀ nínú àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ 3 tí wọ́n ṣe òpópónà eléyìí tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ti dóńlà wọn pẹ̀lú tí wọ́n sì ti gba òmìnira báyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìròyìn náà sì sọ tó ní àwọn kan wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ogun nígbà táwọn mìíràn sì ti mẹ́sẹ̀ wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn adarí nílé ẹ̀kọ́ náà. ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olùkọ́ni ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fáfitì nílẹ̀ wa ASUU ni wọ́n ti ń gbarata wípé pẹ̀lú àfikún owó ilé ẹ̀kọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fáfitì káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè yìí wọ́n ní ó ṣeéṣe kọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ di gbádàgbọ́n wọn kúrò láwọn iléèwé. wọ́n ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó jẹ́ tìjọba lẹ́nu àìpẹ́ yìí ní bí oṣù mélòó sẹ́yìn ni wọ́n fi kún àwọn owó ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn eléyìí tó mú kí wọ́n ṣàkàwé ọ̀rọ̀ náà eléyìí tó mú wọn ṣàkàwé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà bí nǹkan ṣe rí lójú ọjọ́ ọrọ̀ ajé ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà nígbà táwọn kan tí wọ́n ń ṣe àtúngbéyẹ̀wò iye tí wọ́n fi kún owó ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà lẹ́yìn táwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan sí ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ńṣe ni ààrẹ àpapọ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ ASUU ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Emmanuel Osodeke fi ìbẹ̀rù hàn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òbí àti alágbàtọ́ tó ní ó lè ṣeé ṣe o kó nira fún wọn láti máa rí owó ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tuntun tí wọ́n fi sí tọ̀hún san. gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ó ní tírú eléyìí bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ kò sí ohun méjì ju wípé àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lè di ohun èlò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹ̀dá kan tí wọn kò fẹ́ ire fún orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. ó wá sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ọ̀nà àbáyọ lórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Osodeke sọ ní láti ké síjọba àpapọ̀ wípé kí wọ́n ṣàfikún àbá ètò ìṣúná ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ lọ sí ó kéré tán 15% láti 3.8 èyí tí wọ́n ṣáájú fi sí lọ́dún tó kọjá. ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa ti ṣàlàyé pé ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ti lákọsílẹ̀ 7,200 ìyẹn 7,202 àwọn àrùn diphtheria níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣàkọsílẹ̀ 498 ìyẹn 458 tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ti jáde láyé látìgbà tí àrùn náà tó ti ń tàn kálẹ̀ nínú oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2022. àpilẹ̀kọ alájùmọ̀fọwọ́sí kan látọ̀dọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba fọ́rọ̀ ìlera àti èyí tó rí sí ìgbà ìgbádùn aráàlú eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú àjọ àpapọ̀ tó rí sí ìdàgbàsókè ètò ìlera alábọ́dé NPHCDA àti ẹ̀ka tó ń bójútó àrùn nílẹ̀ wa NCDC lónìí ńbẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti sọ wípé títí di ọjọ́ 24 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún tá a wà yìí àwọn àkọsílẹ̀ afurasí àrùn náà táwọn ní 11,000 àti 4,587 11,587 nínú eléyìí tí wọ́n ní 2,200 ìyẹn 7,202 ní àwọn àrùn táwọn lè fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ nínú àwọn òǹkà náà láti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 125 kan tó fi mọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ ìyẹn nínú ìpínlẹ̀ 18 tó fi mọ́ olúlu ilẹ̀ wa. ìjọba àpapọ̀ wá gba àwọn òbí nímọ̀ràn láti rí wípé wọ́n rí i pé àwọn ọmọ wọn ni wọ́n gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára lórí àrùn diphtheria ọ̀hún léyìí tó ń ṣe abẹ́rẹ́ 3 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tí wọ́n ní wọn kó jáde fáwọn ọmọ kéékèèké. bákan náà ni wọ́n tún gba àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera nímọ̀ràn láti máa fúnra lórí àrùn diphtheria ọ̀hún àti láti máa kíyèsára látàrí ọwọ́ tí wọn yóò máa lò láti máa fi mú àwọn tó bá jẹ́ aláìsàn tó wà ní ìkáwọ́ wọn. gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Benue Yancint Alea lónìí ti bẹnu àtẹ́ ńlá lu ìjínigbé tí wọ́n fi jí kọmíṣánná fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ àṣàgbé ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Matthew Abo àti alága tẹ́lẹ̀rí fúnjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ukun ìyẹn ọ̀gbẹ́ni Lọ́wọ́nsímà Ẹ̀rúkà. akọ̀wé ìròyìn sí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Benue Tẹ̀sán Kúlà nínú àpilẹ̀kọ kan ló wá sọ wípé abo ni wọ́n jí gbé látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn agbébọn ìyẹn nílé ìgbé rẹ̀ ní Sankara ní nǹkan bíi aago 8 àṣálẹ́ àná nígbà tí wọ́n sì jí èrúkà gbé sá lọ lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta. Àpilẹ̀kọ náà sì sọ lójú ọ̀rọ̀ wípé látìgbà tí wọ́n ti jí àwọn méjèèjì ọ̀hún gbé lọ sójú kò tẹ́nikẹ́ni kò mọ̀ sí ni àwọn ajínigbé náà ni wọ́n ti bá mọ̀lẹ́bí èrúkà sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tí wọn kò tí ì bá mọ̀lẹ́bí Abu sọ̀rọ̀ títí di àkókò yìí ńṣe ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Benue ló fìdánilójú wípé òun yóò sa gbogbo ohun tó bá wà níkàáwọ́ òun láti dóòlà àwọn èèyàn náà àti láti gbà wọ́n sílẹ̀ nígbèkùn àwọn ajínigbé táwọn yóò sì wá àwọn ajínigbé náà lọ sílé ẹjọ́. ẹ̀wẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀